here today with the Friday book haul. Happy Friday. So I have a kind of bigger book haul today because I got lucky with some books that I found, and then also my friend has given me a bag of books that I don't even know what they are. It's just a secret bag of books, so we'll take a look at that too. First I'll share with you though this I found, A Trip to Woodland, and it's like this big, almost like a suitcase kind of book, and it has a hardcover. Then the pages are really big. I won't be able to fit the whole thing in frame, but as you can see, I mean, page 1, we have a gnome, so this is meant to be, and I think these would make like nice little fussy cuts. I think that's probably what I'll do with them, and more than likely use the words like Home of the Fairies, Bluebell Forest, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm also working on like fairy journals. Well, I'm collecting for fairy journals. I'm going to have a really big collection of fairy journals in the future. I've just been collecting so much for them, and actually I have some stuff to show you today. I've just been sort of sorting it all out, and I have like these 2 big baskets of just fairy stuff for fairy journals. So I like the sort of illustration and the big words in this. Sorry, I'm going to just move this bag of, or this bin of recyclables out of my way here. It's driving me cuckoo. I was just unbagging some things and put it all in my recycle bin, and it's just being loud. So anyways, these are the pages. This is the Spring Party, Shooting Stars, and yeah, more gnomes and stuff. This makes me happy. There's lots of gnomes in here. So these are all gnomes. And I think I'm going to be working on another gnome journal series because my latest Your Creative Studio has some gnome stuff in it, and I also think I want to do some hand-carved gnome stamps. I got some lino the other day, and I'm really thinking about what I want to do with it, and I think I'm going that direction with wanting to do gnomes. Look at this big sleepy guy. And the guzzle gags, I think they're the enemies of the gnomes. There's a unicorn. Yeah, so all of this absolutely makes my childlike heart very happy. Okay, let's move on from this one. So I'll start with my actual thrift haul stuff. Okay, so I was just talking about fairies. I literally never find these, and I just found them. I did find them at Value Village, which is not my favorite thrift store. It's like a super expensive thrift store, but they were $3.99, so I'm not too sad. It's okay. I just like to pay thrift prices for thrift items. Look at that. Tea, thrift. Yay! Okay, so this is Flower Fairies, of course, and they're just beautiful. What would we do without Cicely Mary Barker and her beautiful fairies? This is Flower Fairies of the Wayside. That was the alphabet. This is the Wayside. There's, I think, about like 10 different books like this, these little books that she created, at least 10. So yeah, no, there's a few more. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, garden, trees, wayside, alphabet, ABCs, through the year, seasons, address book, birthday book, miniature ABC, gardening year, and then there's a series on garden and woodland as well. So yeah, these have beautiful pictures and lovely little sayings and little poems, but I think a lot of the time you don't even see them because we just use this in our projects. Okay, then I found a really cool book. Value Village is evil with their stickers, so I'm just going to pull it off now and not be too traumatized. So this is The Queen Bee by Edna Lee, a novel by the author of The Web of Days. I don't know this author. I love this picture of her. I love the cover, but I love the name of the journal, The Queen Bee. And I do have some bee-themed journals in the future that I'm planning, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a bee theme with this or if I'm going to do some kind of a woman like who's a queen bee and make a personality kind of journal like I did with my cosmetology journal. The beauty school dropout journal. I'm thinking about options, but I do love this book. I think it's gorgeous. So happy to find that one. And when is it from? I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you the date. I know a lot of people like to know what date it's from. no. Okay, it's a Roman numeral, and I forget how to read them. It's just completely moved out of my head, guys. I'm so sorry. MCMXLIX. So I forget the beginning, the MCMX, like L. Like IX, is like 9 usually, right? I have to like look this up and get a cheat sheet. I used to be able to read Roman numerals like all the time, and I think literally I've taken such complex maths in my life that I'm just like, what? How do I not know how to do this anymore? I can hear my very math savvy girlfriend yelling at me right now in my head. I hear her. I hear you. But sometimes information moves in and others just has to move out. So back onto the fairies here. I found this book. I haven't seen it before. The Secret Lives of Elves and Fairies, from the private journal of the Reverend Robert Kirk. So I don't know what this is really. I know nothing about this book. I don't think it's old. 2005. Thankfully not a Roman numeral. And it's just these little like journal type entries about fae people and fairy realms and things. So I think I'm not really into the illustration. I'll be totally honest. I don't think I'll be using the illustrations a whole lot like that. Yes, but some of this stuff is just not my style at all. So a lot of it will go unused. That I would never use. But I do love the writing, and I do love that there's like little journal entries about fairies and meeting fairies and what fairies are up to. So absolutely will be used in the fairy journals. And then this was really cute, The Trouble with Adventurers. So this book, like, it looked very plain to me, but lately I've been like, I really like these kind of titles, like The Trouble with Adventurers. That on its own gives me like inspiration to kind of like, what will the trouble with adventurers say, right? What am I going to put right here on this book? And what story will I tell, right? I think that that's like really good inspiration. So this book, it's I don't know what it's about. I haven't looked. I don't think it's like a colonization type story. I think it's a fiction. Yeah, it's a fiction, thankfully. So yeah, there's a bunch of books. This is all different fiction books by this person, Christy Harris. This is from 1982, but I like that it has like a traveler's notebook dimension, right? That's really fun. It's nice to work with different shapes like that. Okay, and then ideals. I found some ideals, which I never find. So I found 2 Easter ideals, and that's nice because they always have lots of like nature in them and flowers and like just fun stuff. Like there's a lot of religious content in ideals magazines, which aren't really my thing, but there is a lot of non-religious stuff too, and just generally cool, pictures and stuff like that. They're very wholesome, nice little stories and poems, and I don't usually get like the holiday ones. I usually like things like this, like old-fashioned or country or something like that, but I do pick them up when I find them for a good price. Yeah, really cute. I like this one. It's kind of like haberdashery type store, general store. So that's the ideals. And then I found this little book, Morning Glory, Penhaligon's Scented Treasury of Spring Verse and Prose. So I gave this book a sniff when I was at the store because I was like, no, don't be one of those books that's got a smell to it. There's like some perfumed stationery and books out there, and I'm like, no. But it's not perfumed, thankfully. There's really nice pictures and different like poems in here. Maiden May, An Encounter on the Seine, The Sensitive Plant. Yeah, all just beautiful things. Made me happy. So yeah, it's a nice little book. And then I found this book. It was $1. I just like the gray book cloth. That's what I bought it for. I just really like the gray book cloth, and I think I'll do something fun with that. So this book is Dr. Zhivago, actually, and it's an older one, I think, if I could judge by the, yeah, 1957, and it was printed in Italy. Yeah. Okay, so this one was $2. It's the fishing record book. So why do I buy these things? Well, it's cool. So look, the pages are these fun records. They've got fish on them. Date, river, lake, number of fish, total weight, weight of largest, flies, spinners, etc., wind and weather, remarks. I thought that was so fun. Like, it's kind of like, you know, how we use guest book stuff. Like, I just really think these are fun. So, yay. So look for these if you find a fishing record book, because they're cool. And also, they feel like vintage ledger. Like, the writing feels like vintage ledger. And then this book is the Rainforest, and this book was actually only $1.50. Actually, both of these are half price, these two. They were in like a special spot in the store where they're like clearing out books. So this is about rainforest, and I wouldn't normally get this book because I don't usually buy photography, but I mean, I do sometimes, but not often for journals, because I mostly prefer non-shiny pages, although I do think adding a few shiny pages throughout is nice. I think my biggest problem with shiny pages is actually more about making YouTube videos, because I know it's really shiny when I'm trying to show it to you. So I'm sorry for that, but like the photographs in here are beautiful, and there are some nice like nice writings. Moss and ferns and leaves and twigs, light and air, depth and color, chattering, dancing a mad joy dance, but only apparently tied up in stillness and silence. That's from Emily Carr's Hundreds and Thousands. So yeah, it's a pretty nice book with all like rainforest type stuff in it. Don't we all want to be right here, right now, in this serene world of the forest? Okay. And then I guess I can get my daughter's. These things are my daughter's. She's very obsessed with jewelry right now, so she always wants to pick up some piece of jewelry, and she decided on this Disney storybook collection. So give me 2 seconds to set this stuff aside. Okay, and then on to the fun. This is the random bag of books from my friend, who saves them for me because she's going through her stuff and sort of, I think, downsizing some things that she doesn't use. Oops. And, yeah. Okay, so this one is not for journaling. This is the Dyer's Companion by Dagmar Kloss, and it is actually about hand dyeing, dyeing yarn and making tannins and indigo and just all different like dye stock solution type notes. These are really great books. There's actually a whole series of these companion books, like Knitter's Companion, and they're from the Spin-Off magazine publisher. So that's just going to go in my dye library. And then this, Fish of the World, a collection of 19th century paintings. So, how amazing are these? And I've got the, you know, the fishing record book too. Like, that could be really fun to make like a journal of like fish, or just incorporating it into a nature journal. But like, these are amazing. She's a wonderful artsy person who owns a yarn store and is lovely and very supportive of everything that I do. So I'm very lucky. It's good to have amazing friends, and I definitely do. Okay, and then this one. Ooh, it's in a box. How pretty. Okay, let's just tip it out of the box. think I want to use the box. That's beautiful. It'd be a nice journal cover. Okay, so what is this? The Plicto of Gianventura Rossetti. Okay. This is 1969. Oh, these are like linen pages or watercolor paper or something. Oh, yay. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's all text. To make black dyeing. So the art of dyeing. And then Latin. Wow. Yeah, it's literally about textiles, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, the art of dyeing, manners to dye cloth, the dyeing of silk, the art of dressing leather. Interesting. That's really cool. I think I'll give that one a read for sure. Very neat. That's going to probably end up in the library. This is a Frida Kahlo book. It is. I Will Never Forget You, Frida Kahlo and Nicholas Murray. So there's a few stickers on it from bookstores. Just pull that off. I don't like stickers. But that's okay. This one might be difficult because of course it's on this beautiful cover and it just wants to live there forever. Okay, we'll get to it later. Alright, so we have some known Frida Kahlo photographs by Nicholas Murray. It's photos of our dear Frida. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, nice plates of Frida. Really, really lovely. Okay, and then next we have Documenting Design, Works on Paper in the European Collection of the Royal Ontario Museum. Really cool. That would be a really nice book cover, journal cover, like a Clockwork Queen or something, you know, something cool like that. This is what I dream of, having like the kind of life where I could just merge creative houses with all my friends who have these amazing like studios and art supply like libraries and things. Treasury of animal illustrations from the 18th century. So, oh goodness, how nice. Wow. Beautiful. Well, that was fun. Well, that was a nice gift from a friend. So that is my whole entire thrift haul of books for this Friday. I hope you have a good haul of books too. If you're doing Friday book hauls, let me know. If I haven't, stopped by your channel before, I'd love to know. I need to check out the hashtag Friday book haul and see who else has been participating. So yeah, that's it for me for today. I hope you all have a really nice Friday. Hopefully it's nice and calm and it's just going to ease you into your weekend. And I hope you have a nice weekend and that the heaviness in the world doesn't bog you down too hard. I'm sending a lot of love and a lot of peace out to everybody, and I hope that we'll talk again very soon. Bye for now.